Welcome to the final video in my Power of Number Strings workshop series. So let's dive into some common questions I get from teachers about using number strings in their elementary classrooms. The first question I hear all the time is, what grade levels are number strings for? And number strings are suitable for grades from pre-K all the way up through high school. But I'm going to be focusing on the number strings that are great in elementary classrooms in kindergarten through 5th grade. So in kindergarten and first grade, there are a lot of visual number strings with dot patterns and 10 frames, and this helps kids to see math concepts visually and they can really start building number sense. In first grade, they eventually start exploring addition and subtraction expressions with numbers and operations, but that's after a lot of visual math. In second grade, number strings really focus a lot on those addition and subtraction skills. It helps kids start learning strategies like making 10 or using landmark numbers and place value strategies. For third, fourth, and fifth grade, we continue practicing those addition and subtraction strategies using a little bit robust numbers and a little bit higher levels of number strings, but then they also start to include multiplication and division expressions. The next question is, how often should I incorporate number strings into my math instruction? And so what I like to say is you want to aim to incorporate number talks into your classroom 3 to 5 times a week. And remember, a number string is a type of number talk. But since there are more problems to analyze in a number string, it can take a little bit longer. So I aim to use number strings about 2 times a week in my classroom. And the key is just to do them frequently and consistently. On those non-number string days, consider a different type of number talk or math talk. You can do routines like how many or a number of the day, and it's just a way to explore a variety of different math concepts. Another question I often have is, what types of problems should I use in number strings? And I'm going to include a link to a wide selection of number strings that are suitable for grades kindergarten through 5th grade. And this resource will also include the sets of number strings, but it also will tell you the strategies that they are encouraging kids to use. If you would like to find out more information about number strings, two excellent resources are Number Talks by Sherry Parrish and Making Number Talks Matter by Kathy Humphreys and Ruth Parker. And they have lots more information and inspiration and problem sets. All right, another question I get is, what do you do if a student gives an incorrect number? Another question I get is, what do students do if, oh my goodness. Another question I get is, what do you do if a student gives you an incorrect answer? And this happens a lot. And I know as teachers, we cringe, but you know what? It's a learning opportunity. And accept all answers, whether they're correct or not. We want to value thinking and problem solving and taking risks over the answer getting. So when a student gives you an incorrect answer, we want to view it as a learning opportunity. We're going to write down all the answers, whether they are correct or not. And you encourage students to justify which answer that they want when they're sharing a solution. And most kids ultimately see that their answer is incorrect, and so they revise their thinking, and that's great. I also teach kids how to respectfully disagree with someone if they disagree with an answer. And one way I foster this discourse is through a math talk anchor chart. And this is just sentence starters that help kids know what to say when they're sharing strategies, or if they're going to be disagreeing with someone, or if they're agreeing with someone. So I review this math talk chart so kids have ideas of how they can start talking about math. Another question I get is, how do I differentiate number strings for diverse learners? And the great things about number strings is that they are designed for diverse learning abilities. The first math problem in a number string is really meant to be accessible to a wide range of learners. And if a student can't solve a problem independently, they have opportunities to hear other strategies from their peers. And for those students who are really fast problem solvers and know a strategy and an answer right away, I encourage them to figure it out and solve it using a lot of different strategies. Another thing I do is I use a Post-it strategy sharing method, and this ensures every student's voice is heard. You will have some of those kids that really want to share during the number string talk and they don't get to, and so they can at the end write their strategy down on a post-it note and add it to the poster. Then you have those kids that are maybe still a little bit too intimidated and too shy to share out their strategies orally. This gives them the opportunity to write it down in a safe way that they feel safe, and then they can add it to the poster as well. And then I leave it up so all the kids can see. So number strings, again, are such a powerful tool, and I hope that you will take the leap into trying number strings in your classroom. So be sure to visit that link to download the document with the number strings for your grade level. And if you decide you want to try a number string in your classroom, please send me a picture. I love seeing student thinking, and I love knowing that teachers are trying to create math thinkers. So thank you so much for coming on this journey with me all about our adventures in number strings. If you have any questions, you want to talk more about number strings, or if you just want to send me a picture, please reach out. You can find me on Instagram talking all about math at BlimeyBox, and on YouTube at Whitney Ebert Math. Thank you so much for joining me, and go out there and make math magical. Have a great day.